We are going to hear from an incredible young woman who's transformed her own struggles into the Never Broken Initiative for Young People, where she offers tools and insights learned from when she was homeless. Her work is infused with the wisdom gained in the years before her success. You know her. She's a singer-songwriter, actress, and performing artist, and a two-time New York best-selling author. Please welcome Jewel.
I work a lot in the mental health field. I ended up starting a foundation that works with at-risk youth. It's called Inspiring Children. We take kids from extreme, diverse backgrounds, adverse backgrounds, extreme trauma, suicidal ideation, and we give them these tools that I developed while I was homeless. They were actually proven to work by a neuroscientist named Dr. Judson Brewer. One of the main things I teach the kids is that with anxiety, we often try to push it away, when actually we need to invite it closer and ask it what it's trying to tell us. I liken anxiety to food poisoning. When you eat something bad for you, you throw up. Your body's trying to tell you don't do that again. Our anxiety is trying to tell us the same thing. It's trying to tell us that a thought, feeling, or action that we just engaged in does not agree with us. We are not in agreement with our own life. And if we keep pushing that impulse away, if we keep trying to just medicate our anxiety or get away from it, we're never going to learn what it's trying to tell us. When I was homeless, I actually used to keep notes. You know, when my anxiety got high, I would go, what was I just thinking, feeling, or doing? And by doing that, I realized there was only two basic states of being. There's dilated and contracted. And that every thought, feeling, or action leads us to one of those two states. So think about joy, gratitude, curiosity, observation. They'll all make your system relax and open. Fear, jealousy, greed, anxiety, comparison, etc. all cause you to contract. And what they've learned is that's scientifically proven. When you can get your system to dilate, your vascular system actually dilates, your blood pressure drops, your neurotransmitters and neurochemicals change. So one of the easiest hacks out of anxiety is, one, sit down and figure out what you were just thinking, feeling, or doing, and then make a commitment to stop doing that. But number two is that once you realize life can be really simply categorized as either dilating or contracting, you can hack your way out of a contracted state by fully investing in a thought, feeling, or action that dilates you. And when I discovered this, it was miraculous to me. I remember I was on a street corner, I was living in my car, and I felt a panic attack coming on. I had developed enough mindfulness that helped me realize before my panic attacks were coming on, I could kind of start to feel it. Let's stop for 1 second and define mindfulness, because this has become a really popular phrase and it's this huge catch-all phrase. So I just want to define what I call mindfulness. It's just being consciously present. That's it. Mindful is just being consciously present in the current moment. We meditate to build our muscle and the duration that we can be consciously present. But then we have to put it to work to change our life, right? Meditation alone doesn't change our life. It does help build new neural pathways, build a muscle for presence. But what I became really interested in my whole life, but starting when I was homeless, was what do I do with that? How do I rewire my brain? How do I rewire my habits? How do I create actual change in my life? So one of these practices I developed was this dilation and contraction. So I felt this panic attack coming on, and I decided to try and use gratitude to hack my way out of an oncoming panic attack. But I was homeless, so I was like, you can feel pretty sorry for yourself and wonder what on earth you have to be grateful for. But I looked around and I saw the sun coming through this palm tree, and it was beautiful. And it cast this gorgeous shadow on my skin, like a lace dress. And it made me think of all the times as a child when I laid in the meadows in Alaska and watched the sun through the trees. And I became profoundly moved and grateful. And that's the trick. It has to be your whole body participating. But my whole system relaxed, and I was able to ward off my first panic attack, which was, life-changing for me. And so this is one of the exercises that I teach our kids at Inspiring Children. We give them, they don't have traditional therapy. I wanted to create tools that people could use that didn't have access to traditional therapy that would still work and change your life. So we've had incredible results with our kids. Now we just developed a language arts program for public schools because my goal was to try and create skills that every child would get to have an interface with. So it wasn't relegated to a counselor's office. So worked with the state of Ohio. We've piloted in over 100 schools. Our metrics are really great. It's been incredible to take these tools and start to put them to work where we can really hopefully change people's lives for the better. But I wanted to sing you a song about gratitude because my songs are always about what I'm going through and what I'm learning. This is a brand new song. I have a new album coming out, and this song is out right now. It's called Grateful. I did not warm up my voice yet, so we'll see how I sound singing it. But I hope you like it. It's brand new. When everything's wrong, when I can't find my soul, when darkness is all I see, there is a remedy. It's all the little things that make the world go round. All the little things that are most powerful. There's no politician, no sky to die. No one can take the love from my heart, and the sun gonna shine in this heart of mine. The sun gonna shine in this heart of mine. The sun gonna shine. It's true, 'cause I can always be grateful when the loudest sound is your own life crashing down. When your friends they don't come around, yeah, there's one true thing I found. It's all the little things, the bells that ring, the green, green grass and the birds that sing. I'm gonna choose the bright side to see, and no one can take that from me, 'cause the sun gonna shine in this heart of mine. The sun gonna shine in this heart of mine. The sun gonna shine, ooh, it's true, 'cause I can always be grateful. Do, 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 do. So bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on now. Bring it on, 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 bring it on now. 'Cause I'm singing on now. I'm singing on, singing on, 'cause the sun gonna shine in this heart of mine. The sun gonna shine in this heart of mine. The sun gonna shine, ooh, it's true, 'cause I can always be grateful. That is my brand new song called Grateful. It's out now, and my record will be releasing, I don't know, sometime next year. COVID changed everything for releases, which I'm sure it's changed everything for all of you guys as well. I've been working with a lot of CEOs in several different companies, like Zappos with Tony Hsieh, to sort of focus on the next frontier of corporate culture and how do we invest in our human capital. I think it's the best investment we can make. How can we help develop systems to help people solve for anxiety, become happier, whole humans outside of work so they can show up at work with better skill sets, less anxiety, more bandwidth. Actually, we just started a company where I'm working to create these tools to create this workplace, next frontier of corporate culture. I'm working with Richard Baker and the Hudson Bay Group, Saks Fifth Avenue, the York Factory. So it's been a lot of fun. I never thought that these tools I developed when I was homeless would end up becoming an entirely second career for me. But I've loved creating these exercises my entire life as much as I've loved writing songs. A lot of the tools, if you want to see what I'm doing, or if you have anxiety, you want to learn how to meditate, you can go to my free website. It's a nonprofit. It's at jewelneverbroken.com, jewelneverbroken.com. Me and the youth from my youth foundation built the site. And again, there's free tools there. We also have a free platform if you have children that are suffering from anxiety. It's on Twitch at Inspire House, and they can learn to meditate, be mentored by our kids, do yoga, things like that. I guess I would leave you guys with one more song. Thank you guys again for having me. I feel like this is an extraordinary time that we're all in. I think everybody's aware of that. I can't think of another time when the entire world was facing the same thing. Every superpower was afraid of the same thing, and with all the turmoil of racial injustices and Black Lives Matter, and just everything that's going on, it's easy to become really discouraged. But in a strange way, I feel like this is one of the most exciting times that we can be part of, and that we were built for this. We were built to evolve. We were built to examine these parts of our lives and our behaviors and create better systems and become more resilient and more refined and evolve as companies and as humans. So it's uncomfortable, but I really feel like we're up for the challenge. I wanted to sing you, this is the first song I ever wrote. I wrote this when I was 16. I was going to school in Michigan, and I couldn't get back to Alaska for spring break, so I decided to hitchhike across the country and street sing and write songs and hitchhike through Mexico because I'm clearly a genius. So this is the first song that started it all for me. It's called Who Will Save Your Soul.
People living their lives for you on TV. They say they're better than you, and you agree. She says, hold my calls from behind those gold brick walls. It's coming more. There's nothing for free. Another burger, another hot dog, some fries. You wishing the well, hope your health don't go to hell. Well, another doctor's bill, a lawyer's bill, another cute, cheap thrill. You know you love them if you put them in your will. But who will save your soul when it comes to the flower? And who will save your soul after all those lies you told, boy? Who will save your soul if you won't save your own? We tried to hustle and better, bustle and better, custom and the cops want someone to bust down on Orleans Avenue. Oh, another day, another dollar, another war, another tower went up where the homeless had their homes. So we prayed to as many different gods as there are flowers. But we call religion our friend. We are so worried about saving our souls, afraid that God will take his toll, that we forget to begin by. Who will save your soul when it comes to the flowers? Oh, yeah, he will save your soul after all those lies you told. Who will save your stock and the kill. You got so-called social security, but that don't pay your bills, 'cause there's addictions to feed and the mouths to pay. So you bargain with the devil, say you're okay today. Say that you love him, take the money and run. Say it smells sweet, but one of those things, those strings, those flings, 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 those flings, the flings, the flings, the flings, the flings, the flings. You got a gut, so get on the street, go right now and bust all your butts. Who will save your soul when it comes to the memories? Oh, hey, will save your soul after all those lies you told. Who will save you? So if you won't save your own, Thanks for having me. Bye.